welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X. Last time we did some more blitzballing, including picking up Nimruk. This time, as you can see, we have completed a tournament. And just so you know that the game is entirely random, even though I stole the Elbed Sykes main goalie, they still have one of the best teams and the most challenging teams to play out against in the game. And at this point, the Killikabis are probably the worst team. So yeah, that just proves to you that it's entirely random. In fact, in the league I'm working on, the Elbed Sykes have 1 win, 4 losses, and 1 tie. They are the worst team in the league, even though they have the best players, save for me. So yeah, anyway. The reason why I just decided to turn that game into a shootout was because I couldn't remember who had how many points or whatever in the scoring leader, and I wanted to make sure that I got the reward for the scoring leader. But for completing this tournament, and again, the tournament is how you get the Auric Reels to spawn. You have to have first gotten attack reels and status reels, and have competed in 450 battles. Then you can unlock the Auric Reels in a tournament. And we're top scorer. I got a Blitzball achievement. I have no idea. I got an ether. Team level is increased to 5. Your scout level is now level 3. Well, we can head back and take a look at what that actually entails. Luckily for us, is it shows what text the... no, I don't want to sign you. But it shows what text characters have. Like, let's see, brother here. Game. There we go. This, I guess it's just the text they actually have set on them at this point in time. But yeah, you can see a little bit more information. I think you can get up to level 4 when it comes to the scout thing. Anyway, that's pretty much all I'm going to be saying today. So we're going to cut to probably like 2 days later after I defeat all of the games in, let's see, in this league, so that I win this one. I got like 3 or 4 more games to do here, and then we'll show me resetting over and over again, because the final prize, the Jupiter Sigil, is a league prize. So we're going to have to do another league after this. Basically, once you defeat the final game, or the final game in the league, you win the tournament, or you win the league or whatever, you'll be given an option of going back or continue playing Blitzball. Head back, save. Because once you've saved there, you haven't seen what the league prizes are going to be. So then all you have to do is keep entering Blitzball, checking the league, and if it has the Jupiter Sigil as the first place prize, you're good to go. Start playing. If not, reset, reload your save file, and try again. And it'll keep changing until you get what you want. So anyway, I will, future me will see you in about now. And we're back. Can you believe how low level past me was? Future me is much better. Higher level than everything. Now, I wasn't planning on this. In fact, I was half watching the football game while I was, doing this. So, yeah, I just kind of was playing around, and Anti-Venom 2 showed up. So we're going to go after that today, and I'm going to kind of demonstrate some strategies as how to obtain Anti-Venom 2 if you're going for the Jecht Shot II, which, lo and behold, I happen to have already started that, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Don't worry, make sure Titus is set to mark on whoever has Anti-Venom 2. In this case, it is one of their forwards, so we're just going to go after them. If it's the goalie, then make sure you have Venom Shot 2 on Titus, or anyone really for that matter. Titus in my group just happens to have it. If it's a player, make sure a lot of people got Venom Tackle and Venom Pass, preferably Venom Pass 2 if you have it. Anyway, let's go learn this thing. I think that one's on Titus's side too. So I'm going to use Brother to go after her, because based on the stats that Brother has, come on, thank you, he's got the ball. Based on the stats that he's got, let's see here. So that's you. So I do not want to break, because I want to throw Venom Pass through. But she's got decent block, so I want to make sure that whoever has the ability here, I'm going to pass back to Rop there, has enough passing to get through her high block. Now, let's see. And we got it! First try! Wow, I was not expecting it to be that easy. I figured it would fight me, forever like everything else. But yeah, that's pretty much the process. You find someone who has Anti-Venom 2. It'll take forever for it to show up in an actual game. In fact, I think maybe 3 times total in all like 30 some games I've played so far in Blitzball has it even shown up. So it's relatively rare, but if it does show up, that's why I was demonstrating this last time, that all my characters had Venom abilities on. Make sure you're prepared to get it when it does show up. Otherwise, you will be hitting yourself because it's going to take a while for it to show up again. Anyway, it may be halftime, but I'm going to get back to playing a little more Blitzball off screen, and I'll see you in 5 or 6 games whenever I get around to kind of the last little bit that's available. Okay, we're back again. Now, there's nothing really to discuss here. After the last game, had to have been over 10 or 12 players that either re-signed or there was new players, and this is what this team chose to do. They have 3 brand new characters that have barely played a game. They really don't have a chance, do they? Not that they would even if they had level 20 characters, considering my guys are, almost level 30 at this point. And yeah, if you decide to go all offense, your defensemen will never get any experience, and that's pretty much what it looks like. They get lots of experience, they keep leveling, and your defense gets set behind. Now, I have done lots of things to, keep my players' levels pretty much even so that they all can gain new techs or whatever if I want them to gain techs via tech copy, and so that they are able to balance out against, say, if one team has one character that's level 26 and that's an offensive player, I want my defensemen to be able to handle that. So that's kind of the main reason why I did that. There's also, and I believe I mentioned this before, but if you want, you can bring your goalie out. And in fact, I still have Jamal signed, so you can pull Brother or pull Titus out of the party, put Nimruk as a defenseman, and he, at least in my file, came with nap pass. So just have him throw nap passes to Rop and Nida over and over and over again while you have Jamal in net, and you won't have any problems with that, and you can gain him a bunch of levels. I just did that for like 2 games straight and scored like 1 goal in each, and actually I think I tied one of them, but anyway. And I gained him probably like 4 or 5 levels over that span. So it gets him kind of up so that he can keep up. Not that I think he's faced more than about 4 shots since I picked him up, and I've probably played about 5 games since then. So don't think it really matters, but I like doing it anyway. Okay, and to give you an idea, this is like 2 or 3 games later, to give you an idea of how they, proof that they most certainly raise everybody's level artificially, 2 or 3 games they did not go from level 3 to level 29. 2 of these 3 players, check the footage if you want, scroll back in the video. One of them, I think this guy was level 3, and these 2 were level 1. Oh, and also, just to prove that the AI is really stupid, look at Kyo. His catch is 19. He's a goalie. They have him playing defense. He's not a bad defenseman either, but he's supposed to be a goalie. Anyway, yeah. So I'm still working on the last few levels here, and I just figured I'd make a note of that just because we happen to play this team only like 2 or 3 games ago. And we're back once again. It's the 3rd day I've been recording on this, so kind of bear with me here. This episode, as you probably can already tell, is rather disjointed. Okay, so after we've done all the stuff we've done so far, there's pretty much only 2 things left. Obtaining the Jupiter Sigil, which is a league prize. This one shows up once you've completed all the other ones, the attack reels, status reels, Auroch reels. It'll appear as a league prize after that. I do note that you get the Auroch reels in the tournament. It's not going to change whatever the league prize is instantly. You just have to go through and get another league. And the only way to get another league once you've seen the league is either to reset data, which I don't want to do for the way I'm doing things, or complete the current tournament that happens to be there. In my case, I just did the tournament, finished that, got Auroch reels, and then did the league, even though all I got out of it was a return sphere, and then once you finish doing that one, you'll you have the option to go back. Make sure you go back and then save, load it up, and then if the Jupiter Sigil is your prize, then you're good to go. If it's not, reload and try again. Now, while I was taking down this league, I've got it down to 1 game now, a tournament showed up with the Jecht Shot II, which is why I included the little abrupt, I guess, well, it was abrupt for me because I was in the middle of watching a football game, which we lost, by the way. 10 seconds to go. They kick a field goal. We lose by 1 point. I quit. Anyway, but yeah, so this just happened to show up. Now, the Jecht Shot 2 will show up in a tournament, I think it doesn't really matter when it shows up, really, but Titus won't be able to learn it until he's, depending on the source, I've seen some people say level 11, some people say level 16, I saw more people say level 16, so that's the one I'm going to assume is correct. And you also have to, like, it'll show up once he reaches level 16. But he can't learn it until he's both level 16 and has all 3 of his key techniques. Venom Tackle, Drain Tackle 2, and Anti-Venom. Now, I've heard other people say that Anti-Venom 2 is the only one that's required, but in order to get that, typically you need to have Venom Tackle and then Drain Tackle 2 before Anti-Venom 2 is unlocked. Now, I showed off the Tech Find ability, and that can bypass it if you choose the one that I chose, the top middle one there on the second page there. Then that should allow you to learn Anti-Venom 2 before the other two, but it's usually easy enough to find the other two long before somebody is nice enough to use Anti-Venom 2 so that you can learn it. With all that said, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play through this this level here, or this final game to get the Jecht Shot 2, and then I'll show off, I think, maybe the second half of this game here, the final game to get the Jupiter Sigil, and then we can at least demonstrate. So, anyway, see you in a moment. Okay, I just wanted to show this off because this was hilarious. You see all of these guys here? Those are the opposing players. They're all sleeping. The advantage of using Nap Pass over and over and over again, you can put everybody to sleep and you literally have no opponents. Now, they won't wake up until I score a goal or the end of the half. So I'm pretty much in the clear to practice as much as I like. I should probably get a goal though, because this is the second half and it's still nothing. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that because it seems really funny to me. As far for the other status effects, they will disappear. I think Venom disappears after about 3 minutes or so, and Wither, I think, is about the same. Or, you know, after the half. I don't think a goal scored actually changes that one. Can't remember for sure or not. But anyway, I will see you at the end of this game. Okay, that's the end of that match there. Managed to get a couple of goals in the meantime. Gained a bunch of experience for people. Yeah, look at my levels. A little bit broken. Most of the players I go up against are probably in their mid-20s. So you get pretty much kind of far ahead at this point. And Titus has finally caught up with Egger, who's always had a higher shot stat than him throughout the entire game so far, really. And Brother is much more of a balanced figure than the other two. Titus actually, late game, really isn't one of the better characters you can have, because look at those stats on the right. Attack, block, not very good. There are a lot of other characters that are far more balanced and still have the same endurance. You know, for one example, Egger right here, he's all around better, except for Titus has some better, a little bit better speed, and he has some better techs, you know, the Jecht Shot, and now the Jecht Shot II. Go. And Titus has 10 goals in this tournament. That's 3 games, 10 goals, and he didn't score in that last one. Alright, please accept the prize, the Jecht Shot II. Like I said, if you don't have things set up and Titus isn't level 16 and at least have Anti-Venom 2, you're not going to get the prize there. Let's head back real quick. And I will show you something. As you gain levels, you will increase your scout level. And if you notice there, my scout level is max. At the very beginning, all you see is just which team they play for and what level they are. As you keep going through, you'll get more and more things like their stats, what techs they currently have, what their key techniques are, and once you get it to max, you'll actually see what total, what's the word I'm looking for, all the text they have on all the pages there. So you can take a look at that if you really care. There's also this other interesting thing, it's called the internet, and it has all that information, and you don't have to run around it in the game, so there's that. Alright, I'm just going to throw a few people on here because there's one note I want to make here. Anytime you get your key technique, and this is pretty much all they really do, is they'll unlock a set amount of other text to be learned. Because right now, if you look at Titus, all of these ones with the ellipses or the little dashes, hyphens, whatever you want to call them, that means he can learn whatever tech is in that spot. But, say, take a look at Edgar, and all of these ones, he can't learn those ones because he needs to learn Venom Tackle before he can learn any more. And then Spin Ball, and then Volley Shot 3. And so that means he basically can't learn any useful text, because for some reason, oh no, he already has Venom Tackle, he needs to learn Spin Ball. Never mind. I don't know if all players can learn all abilities, but really I don't know a huge amount about Blitzball. I just know enough to make the game easy for myself. And so yeah, that's pretty much all for that. So what I'll do is I'll play the first half, and then we'll play a little bit of the second half there, and just see a kind of a new strategy other than just putting enemies to sleep over and over and over again. Okay, we're back, and this is going to be the final little bit of Blitzball that we really need to do. What I want to do with this game is I just want to show off some stuff, you know, basically how you may want to play going forward. In fact, I already just did this, but somehow the recording wasn't going, so that sucks. One way you can have fun here is you can draw some players away from other players by just kind of moving off to the side and then kind of throwing it around to the other player. And what you'll do is you'll draw a lot of the opposing players away, which will make life a lot easier for you. So you can draw some players here with Titus. Hopefully he only has to break to 1 here. But what I've done is I've drawn 3 players away from me. So I have 2 players that are wide open right now. Well, 1 player, Brother's wide open, but I don't really want Brother to go in for the goal. I'm going to use this guy, because I want to actually break to this guy so I can learn something, even though I'm not going to play anymore after this. That's not what I want to learn. One thing you can do is you can shoot from pretty much anywhere if you have a status effect on your shot, and because as long as it doesn't deplete to 0, at least I think, then you can easily you know, inflict the status effect on the goalie as long as they don't have the anti-ability on, you know, with that ability. So as long as they don't have anti-nap, I can inflict nap on the goalie sleeps, and you score no matter what. So here we got nap tackle. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get lucky there. Why are you shooting from center? You're just trying to waste time now, aren't you? You have, seriously, you're going to build up to protect against 2? Alright, give that to, not her, but okay, that's fine. Basically, we'll go up here. And so everyone seems to have focused around the center there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up Titus for that Jecht Shot II that we just learned. Now, the Jecht Shot II can, let's see, we want 3 people in here. There we go, all 3 of them. Because when we go to shoot, Jecht Shot II costs almost 1,000 HP, but it eliminates 3 players. It's also an invisible shot. We'll kind of see that as time goes by. To eliminate the 3rd player, he uses kind of a sphere, or like a sphere shot kind of thing. So there we go. Got rid of all 3 of those guys. It's really abusive, this move. It's so broken. But it costs so much HP that you can only use it like once per half. And as you can see here, it'll choose randomly where it's going to go. And you caught it? What? I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's not really worth going after Jecht Shot II. It just doesn't help your situation all that much. Because it takes forever to get, and it doesn't really help you out all that much. So let's see if we can get you to use what I want you to do. If you, like I was saying, if you have a status effect, shoot from anywhere, and come on, use Venom Tackle or Drain Tackle, whichever one you have. because you can inflict the status effect assuming they don't have protection against it. Or you could just score. That works too. A lot of the games, if you're not just leveling up, you know, trying to have fun or whatever, build your character's levels, chances are they're going to be relatively high-scoring affairs. Now, if he decides to go straight... No, he's not going to go straight. If he goes straight up the gut with the ball, chances are that brother is going to get the ball right away. And you can scoot dead center straight up, and chances are have a good shot at scoring a goal right off the drop. In fact, in the previous attempt of this recording, it happened in all of 19 seconds into the half. All right, so we drew this one away, and then I'm gonna pass. So drain tackle, brother learned drain tackle, there we go. And I'm gonna throw it over to Titus. Normally I'd give it to Egger because he's right there, but we'll throw it over to Titus here, and then, let's see, I don't want both of them, I just wanted this guy. That kind of sucks. Okay, well, we'll use Nap Pass to get rid of the other guy. So we learned Venom Tackle 2 for our goalie, which doesn't particularly help matters, but anyway. Nap Pass 3 costs a lot of HP, but it's 100% accurate, so you can put someone to sleep, which makes it, you know, opens up the field, makes things a lot easier for you. When you're in poison, you can't use your shot techs, so no Nap Shot 2 there, unfortunately. But anyway, they'll disappear after like 3 minutes or something like that. It might happen with Nap as well, being put to sleep, but I've never seen that because I usually score before then. Let's see. I like Wither Tackle 3. It makes my life a lot easier there. Okay, so we're going to break to you. And unfortunately, when it shows up in blue like this, if you look at Titus's HP, I don't have enough HP. So what'll happen is my shot normally is 36, but it'll only be 18 here because I just don't have enough shot, or don't have enough HP to put all that effort into the shot. So chances are I'm not going to learn or not be able to score here, but oh well, we'll take a shot anyway. Why not? Now, there's a number of things that I haven't explained when it's come to Blitzball. I explained more in the previous episode, or the previous attempt at this recording, but I can't remember what I'm missing. Oh well. But if there's anything else that I need to explain, stuff that you guys want to know about Blitzball, like, I don't know everything about it, but I'm more than happy to, you know, look into it and try and answer as many questions as possible. Ask me in the comments of the video. If there's enough comments that are asking about it, then I will make a separate video, a bonus episode talking about more Blitzball stuff. But as far as the game, you know, the mini game itself, we don't need to do anymore. You only need to play 24 to 26 games. I played probably closer to 40 by now, because I've tried to get some extra stuff to show a little more. As you can see, the game's pretty easy though. Once you kind of get to this stage, you can beat pretty much anyone, and the other teams tend to have far more balanced stats. You know, you'll obviously have a couple of weak links, but even the best team aside from me has only won 5 games, and I got 3 ties because nobody scored at all because I was just leveling up by passing between my defensemen. As you can see, it's also really easy to get the scoring lead there. And for doing this, we get the Jupiter Sigil, the second, it's the second last sigil. We can get Gamble. I have no idea what that does, so sure, we'll give it to you. I don't know. And then we can head back. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that. Like I said, if there's anything else you want me to show off when it comes to Blitzball, let me know. But yeah, that's pretty much all for this one. Next time we will be heading for the final sigil. There's one more left. The final ultimate weapon. There's one more left. And we'll talk to a couple of people before we'll finally bring all of those weapons, the sigils, and what's the other one? The crests. Bring them all in and power up all the ultimate weapons. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.